Hi, Sean Haynes from the Ag Center. We give you a weekly update on commodity prices here in California. Milk prices continue to stay kind of flat, not really a lot of changes there, with July coming in about just north of $18 per hundredweight. The 6-month average out to about November on the calculation looks about $18.23. Most guys still making money. A lot of kind of consternation between the cheese and butter markets. With butter, butter inventories are down by 6% year over year with good export volumes, but a lot of people worrying about this huge flux of flow coming in, a lot of it with heavy component volumes that may push butter prices down farther as we go into these future months. A lot of people wonder where that's going to go. And on the cheese side, it's kind of the opposite issue. A lot of cheese inventory, again, pretty good export volume, but all kinds of cheese production coming on from these new plants. And the two of those things, people are trying to see where that's going to figure out before they make a final determination where they're going to land their price and kind of go out forward. And that consequently is where things kind of flattened out in this $18 range. Like, again, most guys are making money at that level, especially with cheaper feed prices. Feed prices continue to stay low. We're at $55 to $65 per ton for corn silage north to South Valley, with some spot sales lower than that and higher than that, depending on how close you are to a dairy. A lot of folks trying to find out where that price is relative to the fact that we've got replacement feeds, i.e. hulls, sitting at this sub $70 per ton range for new crop in some cases, and then you've also got corn in the low $200 range, $225 range for coming out of the Midwest, which are kind of replacements for that crop. Test hay still pretty strong, about $290 per ton. And then we're seeing canola about half of what it normally was ever since Canada came in and put a 100% tariff on everything Canadian being shipped out of the country. Canada had been a huge shipper of canola to China. That's kind of gone now. It's all backed up and hit us. And so given all that, it's pushing prices down here for forages, given the fact that you can bring concentrates and other types of feed in from other places and kind of replace it. On the dairy beef cattle side, cull cow prices about $1.89, $1.92, very high. A lot of that having to deal with the fact that we got a 65% tariff now with Brazil, which was bringing in a lot of beef from down south, but went into the ground market, which is a big market that the cull cattle is also playing here. So people are trying to get ahead of that. And also between that, continued shrinkage or softened numbers in the inventory, as far as the U.S. beef herd goes, as well as the border constrictions we got for Mexico, beef prices continue to price up. And so we had overland prices this week at about $5.05 per pound on 450 weight steers, all-time high. I have never seen it that high, and constantly that pushed beef calf prices up, with beef on dairy cross calves now at $12.75, Holstein bull calves at $7.50, and then Charolais Jersey cross still sitting about the $600 range. That's going to continue to stay high. There's also a shortage of heifers over 500 pounds in the U.S. A lot of people don't really realize that and thinking about that, but the herd's getting older because we don't have cattle to replace them with, given the fact they're breeding so heavy to beef. So replacement cows are still high at anywhere from $38,000 to $40,000 per head on average for first lactation heifers, and that also blends into the beef cattle side, where you've got bred cattle sitting at the 2,800 to 3,800 range, given the fact that calf prices are so high. Almond prices continue to stay pretty depressed a little bit because the objective report that came out, I think buyers are still looking to buy, given the fact they have light inventory behind them. Everybody's trying to figure out that level price is going to be. I'm calling it to say we're going to be between $2.15 to $2.25 blend price this year, which is down about 30 to 40 cents from prior years. I'll have to see where that kind of comes in. But that's what I've got this week for commodity prices. Thanks.